Welcome back. Thank you so much for staying with us. Now, the Pan-African Women's Organization, PAWO, will be celebrating its 62nd anniversary in the Namibian capital on the 3rd of August 2024, here in the Namibian capital. The anniversary will be commemorated under the theme, Invest in Education, Securing the Future of Women and Girls in Africa. Celebrations will inter alia include panel discussions and the presentation of research findings. We now engage Madame Eunice Pinge, the President of the Pan-African Women's Organization, on the progress made since the establishment of the organization some 62 years ago. Good morning, ma'am, and welcome back to Good Morning Namibia. It's been a while.
Good morning.
How are you doing on this gift of a Thursday morning?
We are doing well, and we are still alive, very strength. We see the sun rising.
Yes.
And that's very important.
Indeed. In your capacity as president of PAWO, what do you make of its most significant achievements and accomplishments since its establishment 62 years ago?
The most important highlight I can mention here, apart from others, is that the organization has managed to secure a space in the governing organization of the continent. It's a specialized agency of African Union in charge with gender and women's empowerment. That is a significant empowerment as the organization now operates at that highest governance level of the continent to influence the decisions and policies and programs that are made for the people of the continent. So that is a very significant that it's now operating within the framework of the AU organs to influence, to make sure that women's concerns and issues are part and parcel of all the activities that are taking place at the continental level. It is also the president of PAWO attends the summits of heads of states and governments, also has influence to ensure that African women are part and parcel of governing the continent. That is very important. Another important thing is that the organization managed to maintain its presence in the 55 African countries. And also very important to note is that the whole of the continent is full of women's organizations, women's groups, specializing in different areas of gender equality and women empowerment, and also development of the continent. So the foundation that was laid in 1962 in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania now, has grown up that the bricks are being built every day. That's why we maintain even celebrating of this particular day. In the other countries, Africa Women's Day, 31st July, is a public holiday. So it is, those are most highlights that one can single out, apart from activities at
grassroots level.
Grassroots levels.
Those are significant milestones, and one has to acknowledge that and applaud you and the team. If one has regard to the more grassroots level, which are the programs, which are the initiatives spearheaded by the organization that you would say had a direct and a tangible impact on the lives of African women?
We have programs like as we have Congress, we pass resolutions. Our priority out of the resolutions that we passed in 2020 here in Windhoek is peace and security. We have realized that without peace and security in the continent, there will be no development. Even now we are talking about the theme, the education. If there is conflict, there is fighting, and there is no peace and security, there will be no development. And we have the programs on that, the peace education programs. That is the one that we are prioritizing now, very important, because apart from the fact that we are now, Africa is now liberated, we have some red spots of conflicts that makes some African citizens to be displaced. We have refugees, we have war, like areas like the Horn of Africa, the conflict is so severe there. And here, DRC and Mozambique, so we see those kind of things, and we realize that we, as mothers, we need to embark more on peace education. The other priority is agriculture and environment. You have heard today here people talking this
climate change.
Climate change is affecting women more than others, and also the issue of land and technology, modern technology in agricultural activities, also very important for women. But there are still some countries and in some areas where women have no right to own land. So that is another issue that we are dealing with. Education and health is also our priority area. We are this year fortunate enough that the African Union theme is on education. And in our celebration, we are looking at the issues of women and girls' education.
Which brings us to that celebration. It's certainly a milestone to reflect on. What can we expect on Saturday?
Saturday, we have 3 major activities. We do have gathering at Mercury Hotel, where we will have political speeches. From there, we honor education. We have experts from different countries and from different continents. And we will have panel discussions. We are looking at education infrastructure. We are looking at teachers training. We are looking at modern day innovation in education and foundational education. We are also going to be presented research findings on a Namibian boy-child underperformance and the other participation in education. So that will bring us, I think, to the conclusion of that part. We are also going to launch a Black Infinity project. This is a project whereby we are in partnership with our partners, we Pan-African Women's Organization, and this Black Infinity investment, we are in a partnership. We also have a company here in Namibia to build toilets where SMEs vendors are operating. We have realized that in terms of our health, hygiene, where vendors, informal vendors are operating, women are majority, but their dignity is not very much secured. So we are building toilets at those markets. The city of Windhoek has given us 5 sites now to build, and we are going to launch that project on Saturday.
So many wonderful things happening, Madam President. We need to take this opportunity to congratulate you and the team on the 62nd birthday of PAWO and continue the great work that you have been doing thus far. And may Saturday particularly be a resounding success, as we also remember our late President would have celebrated his 83rd birthday this coming Saturday.
We are remembering him. We know that we have lost him physically, but his memories, his ideas,
his legacy.
This legacy is still building us, and we are building on it, and it's building on us.
Thank you for building Namibian women and African women. We appreciate you, Madam.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Madam Eunice Ipinge, she's the president of the Pan-African Women's Organization, walking us through the milestones over the past 6 decades and talking to us about the commemoration that will be taking place this coming Saturday, that inter alia includes panel discussions, but also celebrating the hard work, all the efforts that are yielding the results. Elago standing by with your news just slightly after 7.